plus a yowling cat a few blocks away, Laura stepped toward the gaping black hole. Down the rabbit hole, then. She pointed into the blackness. Before she could utter the spell she'd always had to say with her wand, her ring summoned a bubble of soft light that beamed down into the darkness. Laura blinked away her surprise, then smirked and turned around to lower herself onto the now visible rebar serving as ladder rungs. The glowing light moved as she moved, illuminating a radius 5 feet around her. Man, this thing goes down forever. Like the time I went through those caves up north. She chuckled. I thought I was never going to reach the bottom. Then, bam, there I was, right where that 8th century potions bowl had been hanging out for 500 years without ever... Oh! Her right foot missed the next rung, and she realized it was gone. Laura wobbled on the rebar ladder and tightened her grip. Pay attention. She peered down and saw the ground 3 feet beneath her, so she steadied herself and dropped nimbly the rest of the way. When she stood, Laura found herself in a concrete cavern with 3 branching tunnels on the far end. She fetched her dad's map out to check which way the first arrow pointed. Okay, standing here... Yep, we're going with the right tunnel. The light followed her across the cavern and into the tunnel on the right, which narrowed around her until she felt too big for the tiny passage. It's like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory down here, she muttered. There's no way I can keep going. Then she spied steps at the end of the tunnel. Metal grates led down 1 step at a time. Laura moved slowly down, taking care not to hit her head on the low ceiling. Now this looks like a ship. The incredibly large room before her descended hundreds of feet into the darkness. Even her trailing bubble of light couldn't reach the bottom. The grated stairs led right to a narrow catwalk stretching across the gaping hole. On the other side, she discerned a storage room without any walls or railings. 4 more grated staircases descended through the nothingness toward other platforms at various levels. Ropes and nets hung from every metal beam and pillar, creating a lattice that gave the illusion of enclosed walls. Only she could see everything through the nets. Good thing I'm not afraid of heights. Laura cocked her head and set off across the catwalk toward the first platform on the other side. Her footsteps echoed through so much space, and she leaned over the side to try to glimpse the bottom. Nothing. With a nod, she walked the other half of the grated catwalk and stepped onto a wide, circular concrete platform. A huge metal column stretched from the platform to the ceiling of the cavern, though even that was too far above to see. Boxes, metal crates, dusty tarps, more draped netting, and a collection of unfamiliar metal tools lay strewn about without any rhyme or reason. Laura lifted her foot when she made out something soft beneath her shoe. It looked like... a pelt? What kind of place is this? The map came out again, and she turned it every which way to orient herself. She squinted up the metal column and took a few more steps forward. Hello? She hadn't raised her voice that much, but with the echo she might as well have shouted. Dad said she lives here. I think he forgot the facts about this, just like everyone in the world forgot how to lock the Gorafrex back up in its prison. My name's Laura Hadstrom, she called. Her name echoed back a dozen times. My father, Gregory Hadstrom, told me I would find you here, that you might be able to help with a little Gorafrex problem. She took a few more steps across the platform, then stopped to listen for a response. Come on, Laura whispered. This can't just be another dead end. Beside the metal column, a pile of tarps shifted. Then it rose at the center, all the material shifting and sliding around.